Hello. Happy Tuesday. Woo! How are we? How's it going? How are you? Welcome to the Sovereign Soul and welcome to the Spanglish World Networks on Zingo TV, channel 250 and 251. Have you downloaded the Zingo TV app yet on your mobile and TV devices? If not, it's okay. You can find the Zingo TV app in your respective app stores, iOS and Android devices. Zingo TV is also available on Google Chrome, on Amazon Fire, Fire Sticks, Roku Sticks, and all smart TVs, 2016 and forward. Be sure while you're downloading this incredible app that you are also leaving a comment, making sure you're rating us, because we like to see that stuff. I mean, that's important. So important. Happy Tuesday once again. Happy Halloween, if this is your day. I am into it for the children. I want to take a second and just welcome the audience as you all pop in. Let's see. Are we going to see it? We see it. Good morning, Suzanne. How are you? Yay. Let's see. I'm so excited for our conversation today. We're going to take a moment and recap where we've been over the past month. OMG. This is episode 5 of the Sovereign Soul. What? I don't know how this came to be. I was sitting here last night, like going over my thoughts and bringing spirit in and going, where are we focused today? And there's just so much I want to review with you. There's so much that I want to share with you. And I'm excited because I really want to have each follow-up episode, so to speak, or like a review episode or reflection episode, also include your questions. I really want to bring you into this. I want you to be a part of this. I want you to come sit down and enjoy this because we worked hard to get where we are, friends. Did we not? We did. And so if you'll share this on social media, please and thank you. Make sure you're doing it to your pages, your groups, your profiles. We each and every week are expanding our viewership. Like last week's incredible episode with Matt and Lauren Greiner, we reached 1.8 million views. What? It's incredible. It's expansive. It's going places. And I'm really excited that you're here doing it with me. So for those brand new, beautiful faces that I get to connect with every week, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Jacqueline Hopper. I'm a self-mastery guide. I'm an energy healer. I'm also the best-selling author of the book, Becoming: A Journey to Discovering Inner Peace. I believe that my divine purpose is to support as many folks in the world with understanding, strengthening, developing their intuition, their psychic abilities, their healing abilities, because I truly believe that these are all vital parts of the self-mastery journey. And each support us with the awareness of who we are and why we're here. So I'm excited. Hi, hello. Hey, Miss Jamie. Hey, Miss Jerry. Hey, Gabby. I'm going to be taking specific questions at the end of the episode. So for those of you who are with me, you know what I mean by that. A specific question is one that is supporting you with where you need direction, guidance, and clarity. It's not like an off-the-cuff, what do my guides want me to know? What does Spirit have in store? Like, I really want to focus on how we can be of best service for you right now, where we can get Spirit's message to you in the areas of focus in your world right now. That is what's going to make the biggest impact for you. So I am happy to do those. We'll get to as many people as we can. If you're watching through the TV device and you're not able to submit a question through social media, that's okay. I want you to head over to Instagram and I want you to submit your question through the sovereignsoul.tv page on Instagram. If you've not liked and followed that, you're going to want to like and follow it while you're there, but you can submit your questions there and the team will gather them and they will also start to become part of this episode. At the end of every month, we're going to recap. We're going to remind ourselves of the journey we've been on thus far. We're going to bring it all home and we're going to support you with whatever it is that you might need. So I'm excited to do that. Again, if you feel that this conversation, opportunity, this energy here in the room is benefiting, not just for you, but for others, please share this. Share it with your pages, your groups, all the things. Okay, so can we take a moment again to be in awe of the fact that we're on friggin' episode 5, people? It's been a month already. What? The first episode, I shared with you a little story. I talked to you about your soul's journey and how it chose to be an expression here in the world of the divine and of the energy of love, and how your soul desired this expansive journey to learn, to grow, and to share more of the essence of love with everyone you see around you. In episode 2, we brought on my best friend, Christina Aroche. Like, we couldn't not bring my bestie on. And she was talking about the difference between a soul awakening and a spiritual awakening, and how we come to truly remind ourselves that we aren't just here to live life in a mediocre way, that we're here to thrive, and that in our life's journey, we begin to, oh goodness me, let me make sure I close that off. I don't want to be interrupted, Facebook. We begin to be brought back to the divine. We begin to be brought back to this awareness that we are so much more, and that this life is some would call it a game, some would call it an experience. I would say that this life's journey that we're all on is the greatest classroom of greater understanding, greater expansion. And so she shared with us that the spiritual awakening is one that's pretty much done once, where you begin to recognize and understand that there's something more than just this thing we're doing that's existent, and how a soul's journey is something that's happening often with each level of upgrade, with each new experience that you undertake, with each new challenge or struggle, with each new opportunity for you to grow. You have this new soul awakening. What are you awakening to, people? The greater version of who you really truly are. So good. Miss Aroche Weiner, by the way, she went on to launch her own Oracle deck. Like, what? You got to go check her out. All of these replays, by the way, are over on the sovereignsoul.tv on Instagram. You can get all these replays. If you missed an episode, go to the link on that profile page and you're going to be able to get hooked up with it. Episode 3 blew my mind. We had Mr. Howard Falco on. Holy cow. What an incredible soul. He reminded us that this world and all of its experiences and all the things that we move through, it's really neutral. In the beginning, it's neutral. And how we then begin to make it mean something. And that if we could just grab hold to that moment, it's really a moment, before we make it mean anything, to really sit with what this is. It's neutral until you make it mean something for yourself. And how he was sharing that in his book, I Am, how we do this through our conditioning, through our upbringing, through our past experiences, how we begin to add this stuff to it. And if we could just take a moment before we do that, sit with what's coming in, we may just decide to choose differently, and that our power is in our ability to choose. It was so good that he even went into faith and what faith meant for him, and how faith can expand our ability to trust, but how trust is very, 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 very important when it comes to expansion of faith. Episode 4, which was last week, was Matt and Lauren Greiner. And that was another incredible episode because they shared about their journey through marriage, through parenthood, through entrepreneurship. It's always a word that gets me. And Matt shared his insight around divine love and how that creates freedom. And I love that because it does. Divine love creates a space within us of freedom, but it is also something that creates a space of peace. And that's really what I want to talk about today. I really, really want to talk about that today. But Matt also talked about jumping into fear. And I was struck by that because as someone who has definitely resonated a time or two in her life with the energy of fear, with the energy of anxiety, you don't often hear people tell you to just jump on in. But it was profound because it's not until you do that you begin to recognize the gift that it has or holds for you in that moment. And so it was really exciting to have them share about what that meant for both of them. And, as I find myself here with you all today, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. A month later, I just feel so grateful to have been expanded alongside of you with each of these incredible souls that spent time here, that shared energy here, right? It's expansive. But what are we reminding ourselves? That we want to be intentional in expanding. Connection reminds us that the soul within me, that is the God presence, is within everyone around us. And that when we make these connections, we expand the presence of that God presence, that I am presence, that divine presence in the world. And it is one of the greatest things. It's one of the things that I get so much enjoyment out of. It's coming together with people, collaborating with people, helping them see their light, but then also being in a position with platforms and media to be able to showcase those beautiful lights for what they are here doing, navigating, learning, experiencing, healing. And, I think that it's something that can often be swayed when we allow the noise in the external world to be more powerful, to be more strong in our world, and to dictate the way that we begin to show up in the world, the way we see our world. We make it mean something for ourselves when it's an opportunity for us to go inward. When we go inward, we find our self, the big S, the highest version of us. When we are inward, we see that, we feel that, we commune with that, we connect with that. And it's in that presence, that space, where the divine love, God love, the universal love, whatever it is that you connect with, where that is realized, they say, and actualized. We, as sparks of the divine, are here to take from within and express out. To take from within what we receive from God and share it, expose it in self and others, express it from self to others, and expand it here. And when I say this, I want this to be something you don't just hear with your ear, but that you feel with your heart. I want you to open your heart. When you hear these words, I want you to feel it within your heart. Because for me, when I'm reminded, I'm an expression of love. Pressure seems to go away. Anxiety seems to leave the room. Fear, it's obliterated, because if I'm an expression of love and I can tune in, tap in, turn on that energy within myself, there's a freedom that comes, a freedom that allows me to be with myself and not feel as if I need to be anything else or do anything else. And when I sit with this, I experience within myself a sense of peace. And peace is an essence. It's a state of being where you are in connection with the Creator. And if you can hold that space long enough, guidance begins to come through by way of thought, by way of feeling, by way of words. And it's always very interesting as I work with people closely, one-on-one. We expect it to be with fireworks. We expect it to be groundbreaking. But it's this subtle whisper. And when we are in a state of peace, it's louder. When we're in a state of chaos, we scramble. Nothing does us more of a disservice than being in a state of chaos. Nothing. Because in a state of chaos, the enemy, the ego, the force, fearful of the light, draws us closer to it and we sway. This is when doubt comes in. This is when uncertainty becomes real. It's when we forget. And it's in those moments where we're gifted another opportunity to just learn and to just be. And the quicker that we can allow ourselves to come back to that freedom that exists within that state of peace, we'll find ourselves maneuvering the ups and the downs, the mountains, the valleys, right? The hills and the valleys. We'll find ourselves moving through these uncertain spaces without a whole lot of energy being brought in that makes it feel hard, that makes it feel like pressure. We'll notice that we stop giving so much emphasis to the negative, and we remain stronger in our connection to the positive. When you said as a soul, I will go to earth, I will be present in a physical body, an expression of the divine in a physical body, you knew that your greatest teachers would be contrast, duality. And you knew that that would be something in that moment where you would get to choose. Do I give my power away? Your power is your ability to choose. And the greatest awareness of that power is that your choosing either brings you yay or brings you nay. It either brings you closer to God, the energy of love and peace and joy, or it connects you to something different that creates a sense of do, hustle, force, push. Now, I bet my paycheck on it, that you know the difference. I know that you have moments in your journey you can go back to where you can say, this felt real. This felt unreal. I hear it in the voices and in the words that people choose. This is unbelievable that this is taking place, because it's not meant to be believed in the way that we are focusing our energy. This is so good because that's what's real. It's so good. Our personal power is our ability to choose where we invest our energy. And when you invest your energy in the path or on the path of the divine, you feel energized and you feel renewed. But when we take our personal power and we focus it in ways that aren't aligned with our soul, with the inner being, with God, it can leave us feeling depleted. It can leave us feeling empty. It can leave us feeling a sense of being alone or rejected or isolated or forgotten. And I don't know about you, but that's a pretty shitty place to be. But that shitty place is also a moment for miracle, because once you realize that's where I'm at, you get to choose one more time where you're going to give your focus and where you're going to give your attention. And there's power in silence. There's power in silence. The silence that is, but also the silence that comes when we shut things off and we walk away for a moment. There's so much power in silence that so many people avoid it. There are people, believe it or not, that will not take silence. They have to be surrounded. They have to be in conversation. They have to be touching base. They have to be checking in. They have to be this. They have to be that. They've got to be here. They've got to be there. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. Moving all of the time. Why? Why? Your ego keeps you moving all the time because you are a moving target for God to come through and do miracles. As long as you're moving and trying to figure it out, I'll figure it out. I'll do it. 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 Holy crap. Like, whoa. Where does the divine have a say in your world? It doesn't. And because we have personal power, and because God gave us that thing of free will, Spirit can't come through and make a big shift in your world because it's not invited in. It loves us so much. It loves us so much that it will watch us do that thing we call struggle, because it knows she's either going to surrender and give it over, or she's going to have a moment where we can sneak through, or she's going to remember that we're here. I need help. The greatest SOS that you could ever send off in a flare. I need help. So many believe that that's weakness. I need help. I can't do this. It's the greatest battle cry, because you've got the creator that creates worlds present for you to create a different outcome. Why would you not decide, I need help? I can't do it by myself. Why would you not decide to open your heart and let that in? Why do you continue to focus on figuring it out for yourself? I'll tell you why. You don't believe you deserve God's love. You don't believe you deserve God's mercy. You don't believe you deserve grace. And you don't believe you deserve love. How could that possibly be true? There is nothing, absolutely nothing. And I could go on this silly little raid about like how you prove that, but I don't want to make it feel disrespectful. We can be born, baptized, do a mass amount of crazy shit, and then be forgiven at the end of, and we get to move up. Like that, does that make sense to anybody else? It doesn't to me. But it's a very, very, that's a good point, actually. Because if that's the case, then why do we make it mean something when we're holding ourselves apart from God, from the presence of the divine, from the presence of love? Why do we hold ourselves off from love? Why do we close ourselves off from love? Why do you think you're not worthy of love? The love, white light, that white light has all of the rays of God in this white light, so bright, so beautiful. It actually encompasses everything, right? Love is that energy. It's the same thing. It's white light, right? It has everything. So when we open ourselves up to love, guess what you also open yourself up to? New opportunities, new relationships, new connections, more money, more creative ideas, more ventures, more adventure. You get opened up to more love, right? Because now you're saying, I am worthy of this. And the divine can bring these things to your world where you feel this sense of freedom, where you feel this sense of peace. Am I driving this home for you? The only thing standing in the way of you receiving the more you keep asking for that you are already deserving of, simply because you're a God in a body, is your closing it off. God's not on a throne going, this is going to be good. Like, watch. All the angels come close. We're going to send her on this hamster wheel. That's what we'll call it, a hamster wheel. And we'll make her go, and we'll laugh because it's so funny. This little human, look at it. No, God doesn't do that. Why would God do that to itself? You are God in a body. We want to receive more of this essence of love so we can receive it for ourselves. That's the other really beautiful point. And I want to take your questions. So make sure you start posting your questions in your comments here. Post your questions. What specific questions do you want Jackie to answer for you? Where do you need help? Where do you need support? Where do you need guidance? Where do you need love? Post it there. Let's go. Here's my point too. This is beautiful. I know this is going to hit home because I remember it's right before COVID when this awareness came through. And it shifted everything internally. If you are part of the Creator and you do this life with God, Source, Divine, whatever you want to use, if you do it with it, right? And it's the bigger presence that's supporting what you're doing here on earth, right? You're on behalf of the divine, right? The army says we work at the pleasure of the president. I work at the pleasure of God. I get universal deposits from God to do the work that I want to do here. We all really do, to be honest, but that's okay. If what I want is to expand the abundance in the world, I want to expand the abundance in the world. And I declare myself a vessel to do the work of the divine. I'm the vessel. I'm the conduit. This even hit home bigger because my dad's an HVAC guy. He has his own HVAC company. And I sat at a desk for years and years and years and years and years within his company. And this is one of the most profound things. They made me click. And I was like, duh, so good. I have so many analogies from working with him. And, you know, the thermostat and how you control the temperature in the room. Hello? Right? And being a conduit. What's a conduit? What is a conduit? It's a tube that connects energy. You feel? You connect energy. You're a conduit that connects the energy of the divine to the planet, to the earth. You are a conduit from which the divine flows through so that you can make an impact here in the world. You feel me? I need this to hit home because when it does, it's going to be like, whoa. You are a vessel or a conduit. The universe flows through to make an impact in the world. Okay. You're the first stop of the impact. So you're the one that gets to receive first. You want to expand abundance in this world? Awesome. Prepare to receive abundance to then be able to share abundance in the world. You're the conduit that connects the divine to the physical world, heaven on earth, through the conduit that is me. If I want to create abundance in the world, I have to be open to receiving the abundance of the divine. It has to flow through me in order to make an impact in the world. Now, there's two things to this. Someone needs to give me a hallelujah, amen, because hey, OMG, next stop, Jackie Hopper. Woo! Let's go. Cue the celebration music because it's coming here first. We can get happy. But then the other part of that is if I'm closed off because I don't believe, I got the damn umbrella up and it's going everywhere but where it needs to be, in the conduit, to be able to make the impact in the world, because I'm not good enough. I'll never be good enough. I'm not lovable. I've made so many mistakes. God hates me. I'll play victim. Poor me. You never let the divine energy in. And it never gets to do the big thing through you. Do you know I close my eyes every night before I go to bed? And I say to God, today was a great day and I appreciate all the gifts that you bestowed. Tomorrow I want to be the greatest miracle. I want to be the example of the greatest act of abundance, of prosperity, of growth, of expansion, of love that you can make me be for everything. Not just me, but for everything, for everyone. God said, let's be an instrument of thy peace. Let me be the instrument of your peace, of your love, of your prosperity. Insert whatever the word is you want here. What do you need? What do you need? Carrie says, amen. Just said that this morning in meditation. See, this is, it's on time. It's on time. When I sat this morning and I asked Spirit, what is the most important message that I delivered to them today? What needs to pour from you through me? What do I have to receive, understand for myself before I can be that person? people need me to be for them. I am not the instrument for self. I'm the instrument of the divine. Work through me. Help me remind them who they are. When we can get quiet and we can detach ourselves from everything that's around us, I'm talking people, places, faces, experiences. When you can detach yourself, when you can move energy out of your field that is not your energy, it is not your business what they think, it's not your business how they feel, it's not your business what they want, it's not your business. It's not your business what they're moving through. The only business you have business over is yours, your stuff, your energy. When we can get quiet long enough, you'll hear spirit. I promise you. I promise you. You'll feel the presence of the divine within. Intuition. Into you I see. Into you I see. The center of the heart is where you're going to experience God, source, universe, divine intelligence. It's always the heart. Always the heart. My mom used to say, I don't need to go to church. I don't need to go to church to experience God. I don't need to, participate in certain things to, feel like I'm doing the best that I can. Because that's all God can ask of me, that I do the best that I can. It would seem unreasonable for anything else to be a requirement. And I remembered that because the more that I do this work, the more I realize I'm actually the temple. God comes through me. I'm the temple. We're all little walking churches. The altar is the heart. Go internal. There you are. Here I am. I don't need to ask somebody else to make sure I get forgiven. I can ask right now. I can go inside. I think that's powerful. I think it's so empowering because then you stop placing value externally. If they think I'm good enough, then I'm okay. If they think I'm full of shit, it's actually comical. And the less we worry about this, the less we give effort or energy or care to this, man, the more free we become. I hope that lands for you. I hope that makes an impact in your world. And I would love to hear how it does. So make sure that you are leaving comments wherever you see this, wherever you watch this. Make sure you go and visit us at the sovereignsoul.tv Instagram page. Interact with us. I'm there. My team is there, but I'm there too. They love going, Jackie, you gotta get on here. You gotta see what just got through. I love that. I want to feel connected to you. I want you to know that there's somebody here that wants to be connected to you because I want to be of support where I can be. Okay, let's get to some questions, shall we? Let's see where we're at. We'll get to as many as we can. We'll go where we're guided. Okay. Let's see. Miss Shelley says, if you don't feel the connection or guidance as much, what do you recommend to do in order to know or feel the presence more? The first thing that comes through is this expectation that it has to be a certain way. Your guides are really talking about your deciding. There's power in deciding, Shelley. It's time to decide that I'm going to do it my way. I decide to get to know the inner being, the higher self, God, my way. There's power and freedom in that. And so what they're saying is if you're attempting to make a connection mean something because somebody said it looks like this, it feels like this, it's this kind of a thing, I would drop that. Trust me, I chased that for a while and it didn't lead me anywhere. And so it was a matter of me going, what does it feel like to me? Because I truly believe that feeling the energy of love is different for everyone. It really is truly different for everyone. The intensity is different. The magnitude is different. The way we're motivated to feel it is different, right? Your guide is coming through and giving an example of how you can come to know the essence of love within you. In your world, I know you have children, grandchildren, animal friends that frequent the house, that pay no rent, and eat everything, I know that many of you have these experiences in your world. You are moms or dads, or you have grandchildren perhaps, or you have sibling children, nieces and nephews, thank you, or you have pets. And when you're in their presence and you feel this feeling moving through you, that can sometimes result in a smile, can sometimes result in a laugh, can sometimes result in a hug, a need to draw them closer. Where do you draw them to? Your chest. There's arms up here, not down there for a reason. Yeah? If we were close right now, I'd hug you. Like, really, I would. I did that once. I didn't ask the lady permission. Then I felt like, ooh, I should have probably said, do you mind if I hug you? I just drew her in, like, went right in for a hug, like, no personal boundary here, because it's just you want that love so much, you want to bring them in. That's why we hug. I know that you have expression of love in your life. And I know that when you mingle with that expression of love, it creates a feeling within you. Well, that feeling is one that you will feel when you ask or summons it. You don't have to have a physical representation in the physical world, because, right, that's looking outside for that experience to come in. You can connect to it simply by your thought. When I think of my kids, I feel that feeling build up. When I think of my pain in the butt dog, my feeling comes up. When I think of doing this work, like I could cry right now, this feeling comes up. I feel the essence of love, which is the divine within my form, and I feel that connection. Now, this connection creates a sense of longing in a good way. You long for more. You want more of it, right? It's like cheesecake. You can't just have a piece. You want the whole damn thing. Nothing wrong with that. You want more. This wanting more kind of gets you to lean in. It gets you to take a next step. It gets you to feel, if I can do this, I can create more. That's guidance. Guide. This is why we changed from a mentor or a coach. I don't mentor. I don't coach. I guide. Where do I guide you to? I guide you to that place within you to feel. Because once you can feel, then you will take the guide, be the guide, and be guided by that feeling. Where that feeling is where I want to be. Is that feeling here? Yes. Is that feeling not here? Bye. Like, I want no part of it. Personal power says I want no power of it. Personal power that's given away, I think I need to stay here, because if I don't, nobody else will. And what are we going to do? See me? You feel me? If you don't feel, and I don't believe you don't feel, I do believe you feel. I believe you're looking for the feeling in a different way than where you could be finding the feeling quite quickly. And that's how you'll know the presence is there. And the more you choose that feeling, the more the presence is there. And the longer you hold that feeling, the more of the presence is there. And this is what we mean about expanding our energy out and holding more. That was Miss Shelley. Yay. Okay. Let's see. Have chills all through my being. Yes, we are on time and delivering it for Miss Carrie today. Okay. Where are we guided? Here we go. Alicia! I've been seeing flashing lights often, like way more often than I would consider normal. Street lights, lights in business, all over. I've read some about flashing lights being indicative, where'd the comment go? Oh, there it is, of coming changes. Do you have insight on this? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It feels so good. Okay. Where do we want to start and how do we want to start this? So I totally resonate with changes, but this is like, where are we wanting to change? What are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Do you see me, see me, see me, see me, see me? Like when you think of flashing lights, what do? They draw your attention. Flashing lights on a cop car, flashing lights on the ambulance, flashing lights on the construction people, flashing lights on the streets. It's drawing your attention. Biggest thing. Where is my attention going? Where am I giving my attention? Is it in the way of more, or is it in the way of fear? Where am I giving my attention? If you are someone that resonates with or have done work around the law of attraction, right? Like attracts like. Well, energy flows where your attention goes. And so for us as energetic beings, we're all energetic beings, by the way, as us that are spiritual beings having a human experience, you're all spiritual beings having a human experience. What is this spirit thing, Jackie? Energetic being. What the hell does that mean? Spirit being. What does that mean? It means you're in energy form. You hold energy in a body. Crack me open, you won't find me. This beautiful face doesn't make me Jackie. This amazing body doesn't make me Jackie. This voice doesn't make me Jackie, because close your eyes, you can still feel me. The presence, the energy makes me Jackie. That's Jackie. We just use a name. My mama gave me a name. That's so you can identify me. My energy, right? I cast it out into the world. I'm doing it right now with all of you. Casting it out into the world. Why do you get nervous? Because there's so many more people having it casted too. That's why we get a little uncomfortable. But episode 5 feels so much better than episode 1 because we've gotten used to how we express and cast out our energy. It feels really good. So when you're seeing these flashing lights, I want you to ask yourself, where is my attention right now? Because wherever my attention is, feeling good, feeling shitty, worried about this one, worried about that one, that's where my energy is going. Where do I want my energy to go? I don't know about y'all. I want my energy to be expansive. I want it to get to more people. I want somebody to see my energy. Holy crow, you're the person for me. I love you. I want to work with you. I want to expand you. I want to expose you. I want to interview you. I want to have you here. I want to have you there. Talk more about this love thing. Talk more about this connection thing. Talk more about this psychic stuff. Like talk. I like to talk a lot. It's perfect thing for me. Perfect job for me. My energy wants to go there. But when somebody ticks me off or flips me off on the highway, sometimes I can get my energy go over that way. And it's like, what? I don't want my energy going that way. I need my energy. It's a precious thing. It's over here. Leave me alone. Okay? So flashing lights are indicative of change, but you want to be aware of what that change is and make sure you like the change. Because if you don't like the change, then you need to shift, clean up, as we say, clean up the energy a little bit so that it becomes more potent, more powerful, and then you cast it in the direction of which it is that you want to bring in. You feel me, Miss Alicia? Jerry says, I also say I don't need to go to church to pray or communicate with God. I go out to my backyard and sit with me to open up to the universe for me. Yes, 100%. 100%. Nature is the greatest expression of love from the divine. It's beautiful, right? And it's maintained by the divine. It's so good. Let's see, where are we guided? Okay. Tari, I hope I said your name right. Forgive me, please, if I did not. I've had so many health issues over the years. Root cause, severe Lyme disease, over a dozen surgeries, in an electric wheelchair for years. How can I truly change all of this to do more in the world, more of my purpose? Thank you. Okay. I'm a very real, say it like it is, maybe too bold, point blank type of person. And so I want to let you know that what I'm going to say to you comes with a massive amount of love and a massive amount of respect for the journey your soul chose, right? And so I'm holding you in this energy right now of receiving. And I want this to land with you. You don't need a body to be of purpose. You are already of purpose because you are a soul. The impact you're here to make to the world, for me, when I look at your energy and when I talk to your guides and the energy that surrounds purpose for you, it's to show people how to move beyond limitation, because you yourself have felt restricted by a health situation, by being confined to some place, something, right? But none of that holds you back from being a powerful being in the physical world, a powerful expression of positivity, of motivation, of honor, of love. Who you are is beyond a body. We just need to have the body in order to stay present, to express who we are. Do you see what I mean? And so when we want to honor the fact that you have had health things come up for your awareness, because your temple, your body, is something that you got to be okay being in too. Like, we have to be okay being in. If we're not okay being in the body, then there are physical things that start taking place. That's our body's way of saying, hey, you, come back here. I need you. Remember, you said you wanted to be in a body to be able to express yourself here in the physical world. Well, you can't just be energetically displaced. You need to be fully present in the body. When you do, you begin to love the body more, understand the body more, listen to the body more. Your energy is a healing presence on its own. And the more that you can get into your body, the more that you can make peace within the body, the more your health concerns are going to dissipate. Those not my Jackie Hopper words. Those are spirit. The more you can be in the presence of peace within the body, your health situation is going to dissipate. What that means might be you'll see less and less flare-ups of something. You'll see less and less symptomatic happenings. You'll feel more of like this presence of wholeness or completion. So I'm sending you massive energy, because that was a brave thing to do, to ask a question like that. And I honor the fact that you have a purpose in this world, and that the body just plays a part, but that your purpose is still something that you can absolutely be present for. You don't have to change anything. You need to accept. Not change, accept. How do I accept and come to peace? Come within. It's a beautiful question. Eleni says, I've been seeing 4s everywhere for the past few weeks. What message is Spirit trying to share with me? That you are surrounded by divine love and by divine light. 4s for me are always angels. Angels, 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 angels. And so if you've been questioning, am I being seen? Am I being heard? The universe is always going to rally the troops, so to speak. And the troops are the signs, the synchronicities, the people in the physical world that need to come in and have that tough conversation with us, because we just said, I want heaven on earth. And then all of a sudden, here comes a piece of something that's going to make it feel like it's present. And you're like, holy cow, that's so good. I manifested that. You did, but the divine, you opened yourself up, right? And so for you, I'm seeing 4s. Even posting has a 4 on it. Yes, 1044. Like, of course it does. Like, it's because the divine is really trying to get your awareness and attention that you're surrounded. So this might be surrender, right? Like, what's going on right now that you can hand over to the angels? Because the angels are like, we're here, hands are out. Like, give us what you need. Surrender what you need. Let us take from you what you no longer need, what doesn't serve you. Right? Because angels are where we go to transmute energy from whatever form it's in right now, frustration, pissed off, this is ridiculous, to transmute it back into love. Angels will do that for us on our behalf because we are so loved. It's so good. Okay, I'm being warned. We're coming to the end of our stream. For those of you who've been present, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for sharing your space, your time, your love, your essence, your energy, your focus here with me today. I'm so excited. So good. So good. All right. Let's end our show together. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just let what's been shared today and connected with today, just let it be what flows through your body for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining us and for connecting. Next week, we've got a really amazing set of beautiful entrepreneurs and mamas coming to talk to us. So make sure you're tuning in next week for our show. This show can also be heard on Spanglish World Network. So please go and check out spanglishworld.ca for all the news and programming. Spanglish World, you gotta love it. Watch it, hear it, read it, download it, and live it. Until next week, friends, all my love. I'll see you soon.